Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel, Peterisms, where I tell stories of my life and just little things that I've learned as I've grown into the person that I am today. And I've been having so much fun just sitting around here recording videos today. I'm gonna get these videos up, and then I am going to finally put my Christmas tree up for like 3 days, because then I'll take it down probably on the 26th, but I don't care. I want it up while I'm watching some Christmas movies around the house and getting ready for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. I just think it would be kind of fun to have. So I'm gonna do that and light some candles and stuff, and then just kind of hang around the house. My husband's doing some last minute Christmas shopping right now, and then he's gonna come home, and we have no idea what our plans are for this evening. So it's just been an all-around good day, and I've just been so relaxed and peaceful, and of course started my day with my meditations and my prayers and affirmations and all that kind of stuff. So I did want to do a face mask this morning and kind of just get all, you know, calm, but I didn't do that. So when I get all this stuff uploaded, I may do that. And I also think that I'm going to vlog me putting up the Christmas tree. So if you want to see that, it's a little Christmas tree. It's a Charlie Brown Christmas tree. So if you want to see that, I'm going to vlog that. It goes right over there. I'm real excited about it. One of the meditations that I read today just really stood out for me. I thought it was such a great meditation to go into the new year. And I have, you know, I've talked a lot about Christmas on here, but I haven't really talked a lot about, you know, going into the new year and a fresh start. And it's interesting because for me, I typically look at New Year's on 2 different dates. Either my birthday, which I call my belly button birthday, or my sobriety birthday. I always look at those as like the beginning of a new year. I don't always look at like 2018 versus 2019, if that makes sense. But this year, like I said this in a vlog the other night, like I'm ready for 2019. I really am. Like I've done everything I wanted to do. I've said everything I wanted to say. My husband and I have really had some wonderful times this year. We've traveled, you know, a lot. We've got to spend a lot of time together. You know, there's been ups and downs. My uncle passed away this year. You know, I had another friend of mine that passed away this year. You know, but I attended some weddings, and it's just, you know, there's been so much joy as well as the sadness that's come along with it. And I think that's really, you know, indicative of life. I think that life is really about the ups and downs. I think life is really about the bitter and the sweet. And one of the greatest lessons I feel like I've learned, not just this year, but in the last, you know, 5 to 10 years, and I was going to do a whole video about this today, and I may do it down the road, but I don't know, is that, you know, you can't really learn how to get up and be stronger, to be a stronger person, if you don't fall down first. And those times of falling down are so painful, and they're so sad, and, you know, I think we're hardest on ourselves in those moments. But the strength that it takes to get back up and to believe in ourselves again and to learn through the lesson, not just learn the lesson, but learn through it. And what that means for me is that the lesson presents itself. I choose to learn it or not learn it. I work through it. I look at my part in that. On the other side, I apply the lesson to my life. And, you know, I just think that I've had to fall down a lot in my life. And I also think that I will continue to fall down in my life. And I'm okay with that today, you know, like I feel like at the end of 2019, you know, or Johnny Russian time, I'm not that old yet, you know, especially on the heels of my sobriety birthday, and I'm getting ready to do this huge inventory over the last, you know, 22 years of my life with my sponsor, that I have, you know, fallen down a lot, like I said, but I've learned a lot from those falling down things. But at the same time, you know, the mistakes in my life, I've learned a lot. And that's really, like, if you go back to the very beginning of this channel, which was a year ago, well, not, I mean, this channel was a weight loss channel before that. I learned that. But if you go back to December 1st of last year, one of the things I've consistently said since then, you know, is that I learn a lot from the mistakes that I make in my life, and I really do. I don't know that I think that we learn just from getting it right the first time every time. I don't know, you know? And definitely I'm not an example of that in my life. I've had to learn through mistakes that I've made and, you know, learn to get myself back up. And sometimes it's easier than others. Sometimes I just don't want to get up, but I always feel better on the other side. So when I read this meditation today, and the meditation was about good things coming, I thought, well, you know, this is such a great meditation going into 2019, and you know, I do every year on the new year, I don't make resolutions. And I will tell you, I changed that several years ago. I don't even know when it was now. But I stopped doing resolutions. And I did for a long time. You know, when I was growing up, my mom and I would write down our resolutions and stuff. But the reason that I stopped was that my resolutions were always things like, okay, I'm going to lose this amount of weight, or I'm going to do that. And right away, when I lost sight of that resolution, or I didn't, do it, let's say if it was January 4th and I, had, eaten a bunch of food for the last 4 days and gained 10 pounds, I was like, screw it. It's never going to happen. So now, I set New Year's goals, and I keep them every year. My husband does too. This is something his family does. They write things like wishes, desires, and goals for the following year. Alex keeps his every year, and like on New Year's Eve, he looks at it, which I think is great, and now I do too. And so I always look back on the things the goals that I set for the year before, and some of them are small, like, read so many books, or, make a new friend, or, whatever. And then others are bigger ones, like my weight loss journey that I'm on right now. And, it's interesting when I look at those goals, and they're all over the place. Some of them are, personal relationship goals. Other, goals are like, I don't know, like passion endeavors, like reading and writing and things like that. But when I make goals, I also then am more goal-oriented. So I go into those thinking these are the steps I need to make or take to make that possible, if that makes sense. So for example, with like my weight loss journey, I got a trainer, I'm going to the gym, I'm eating the right foods, and so I'm doing the things that are going to help me meet that goal. Instead of it just being like a resolution, I'm going to be the best shape I want to be. Well, that's not really a measurable goal. So I believe in more measurable goals than resolutions. It's just something to think about. If you want to do resolutions, hey, that's great too, I think anything to like raise the bar for ourselves, to continue to encourage ourselves to grow. We don't have to just fall down to learn things in life. We don't just have to make mistakes. Yes, they're very valuable. And if we look at the mistake that we've made and we're willing to evaluate it, do inventory on it, or whatever, we learn a lot from that, right? But we can learn a lot from also from setting goals in our lives and trying to achieve them, and what difficulties or obstacles come along the way. I've learned a lot that way, that this doesn't work for me. Maybe I need to try this, or maybe this needs to try, And like, for example, again, with the weight loss journey, when I'm resistant and think I know what's best instead of taking somebody else's advice, I always fall short of my goal. So what I've decided to do this time is go out and seek the advice of an expert and listen to what somebody else knows and follow what they're telling me, And I think that's a lot what it's about, is trying to achieve our goals, raise the bar for ourselves, and to have the best life and the best outcomes of our goals. Wouldn't that be the most fantastic life if we set a goal, achieved it, set another goal, achieved it, set another goal and achieved it? But we're never gonna fall short of having goals. We're going to always have new goals in our lives, that we want to achieve, new things we want to do, right? So anyway, I came across this meditation today in The Language of Letting Go by Melody Beattie. Surprise! But it is from December 22nd, and it says, good things coming. Do not worry about how the good that has been planned for you will come. It will come. Do not worry, obsess, think you have to control it, go out hunting for it, or tangle your mind trying to figure out how and when it will find you. It will find you. Surrender to your higher power each day. Trust your higher power. Then stay peaceful. Trust and listen to yourself. This is how the good you want will come to you. Page turn. Your healing, your joy, your relationships, your solutions, that job, that desired change, that opportunity, it will come to you naturally, with ease, and in a host of ways. That answer will come. The direction will come. The money, the idea, the energy, the creativity, the path will open itself to you. Trust that, for it has already been planned. It is futile, a waste and drain of energy to worry about how it will come. It is already there. You have it already. It is in place. You just cannot see it. You will be brought to it, or it will be brought to you. Today, I will relax and trust that the good I need will find me, either through my leadings or the leadings of others. All I want and need will come to me when the time is right. Okay. Now, I know I say I love meditations on here a lot, but I really love this meditation. And the reason why is because it has kind of combined in there so many different beliefs of mine. I'm a big believer in like the Buddhist saying that when the student is ready, the teacher will appear, And I do very much believe that everything that we need is within us, And I have a lot of friends of mine that believe that, like their higher power works through them and is inside of them. And it's just, this one consciousness kind of thing. You don't have to have a higher power to believe that good is coming your way. Good is right there. And one of the things that this meditation reiterated for me in my head is, I'm going to be okay. You're going to be okay. We are all going to be okay. we're going to get through this, whatever it is that you're going through. And if you're having a wonderful, positive day, enjoy it, embrace it, sing it from the mountaintops, And I think that's one of the things I've really learned in 2018 is that instead of just complaining and bitching and moaning about the negativity or the negative days, I want to also look at the positive days and the great days and be like, Today was a really standout day. You know what I mean? Because I think often in life, we tend to always focus on the less than, the negative, than we do on the positive and the more than. And I think it's all changing perspective on how to look at the world. If you look at people, okay, who always look at the world in a positive light, or they always look at the world with like what's coming next and excitement and joy and being, having so much fun with the things that they're doing, they typically are people that are having a little bit more fun in life. They're not complaining a whole lot, you know what I mean? And as much as complaining bothers other people, it really affects us the most, you know what I mean? So it's kind of all this interesting thing that's all woven together in there. The other thing I do want to say is this. When I was reading the meditation this morning, what really stood out to me is sometimes the things I think I want, and when I say this, like really think about this down the road, okay? Because this was what I got from the meditation that I really believe to be true. Sometimes the things I think I want in life aren't really the things I want. Sometimes the things I think I need are definitely not the things I need. And what I've realized over time, okay, with acceptance and being content in what I have, it's like one of the prayers I say every day is help me to want what I already have. What I have learned over time is that sometimes, okay, the things that I want are right there in front of me. It's like Dorothy and the Wizard of Oz. Everything she was looking for was in her own backyard. I think often that is so true, that the things that we want, the things that we desire, the things that we need in life are right there in front of us, and we just don't see it, And sometimes others need to help us with that. Others can see it for us, but we can't see it ourselves. And I think that is why it's important to have cheerleaders and support systems around us, And my husband and my friend Tanya are two people that are great, and my sponsor as well, that are great. Like they point things out that I don't see in myself because I'm really critical of myself in ways that they're really critical of themselves as well, right? So, when Tanya will say to me, yes, but look at this, right, about yourself. And I'm like, yeah, I didn't really think about it that way. And so we need those people in our lives to point out the positive. We need those people in our lives that are going to, cherish us and be cheerleaders for us. And those are called friends. Those are called support people, whatever. But really at the end of the day, they're just friends. They're just people that like us and treat us nice. And it's a good feeling. And, don't you want to be the same to other people? So good things are coming, not just in 2019, but tomorrow, the next day. There's always a little bit of good in every bit of the day, and it's just right there in front of you. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.